Meet the new Toyota Innova Crysta, and first off you'll notice that the design is edgier than before thanks to the bolder front end and a more contoured look overall. The Innova has always managed to cut the barrier between personal and commercial mobility with more ease than any other, and on the Crysta, that continues with easier accessibility to the third row, which is more comfortable than the previous vehicle as well. But that's not the only area of improvement. The Innova looks far richer and premium than before. The dashboard sports a swooping line across it with a single metallic strip running across, highlighting the bottom. There's also a lovely rich wooden strip and an ergonomically designed easy-to-use touchscreen and AC controls. There are loads of cubby holes and cup holders, a dual glove box with a cooling function for the top, and bright dials on the instrument cluster with an additional display that throws up a lot of information, all of which can be accessed using the steering mounted buttons. The seats are bigger and more comfortable, and boot space has slightly improved as well, from the boot to under the bonnet. The Innova now comes with two engines, a 2.4-litre mated to a 5-speed manual and the 2.8-litre that's mated to a 6-speed auto. The 2.8-litre 174 horsepower diesel engine is easy and actually quite pleasurable to drive. This engine mated to the 6-speed auto is quick, but we did find that the auto box came with its nuances as well. For one, light accelerations make the box shift down, and this pushes the engine up the revs, making it audible. The result is that it actually makes the engine feel like it's working non-stop, when in effect it has more than enough power to do what you ask of it. Putting it into manual mode does reduce that effect. As for handling, the steering does feel lighter than before, but it's just not variable. So at low speeds, it still has a heavy feel. We then stepped into the 2.4-litre 5-speed manual, largely to revel in the back seat, since that's where most of the Innova's owners are likely to spend their time. The back seat is luxurious, feeling far plusher and packed with features. It's practical with a foldable table, cup holders, and even a storage area for phones. There's even a U-shaped silver embellishment under the roofline, which doubles up as the home for the ambient lighting, the AC vents, and the new electronic controls for the rear AC. The improvements in the cabin haven't impeded the Innova's much touted ride quality, which still continues to be as solid as ever. Get behind the wheel of the 2.4-litre 5-speed manual, and it's a lot smoother and refined than before. The engine has a spring in its step and is only really audible when you push it right up to the red line. There are an option of modes too: Eco for efficiency, the default normal mode for regular runs, and Power for those who want that a little more. What's nice is the linear build-up of power in the normal mode, which starts as low as 1400 RPM, maintaining its drivable character. The gearing is taller too, making the Innova Crysta a better cruiser than before. So overall, Toyota seemed to have addressed the weaknesses of the Innova in this new MPV, with improvements on every level. But all that does come at a price. The top-end Innova Crysta will now cost upwards of 20 lakh rupees.